Wait, what kind of people? So, those of you who like to watch Netflix or Prime or Showmax, I just want to say, spoiler alert for this one. I'm about to tell you the story of Baby Reindeer, which I finished watching last night. Now, if you're still going to watch it, don't watch this. But if you want to watch it and you'd like to hear how I saw it, you can watch this. If you're not going to watch it, stick around, right? So, there's a series on Netflix called Baby Reindeer. Very important part of the series. The main character in the series is telling the story of his own life. What that means is the guy that's acting as the guy is the guy. This guy is acting in his own series as himself. And the story is bad. I'm talking about all the bad things you can think of that can happen to a human being happens to this guy, and this guy's telling his story, and he's acting, bro. He's not even, it's the most informative acting I could ever imagine when you actually went through the things you're about to portray. He knows exactly the emotions. He doesn't have to go to a dark place to play the character. He is the character. Very briefly, he meets up with a cherry he shouldn't have met up with. He felt sorry for her. Any old ever felt sorry for a cherry? Any lady who ever felt sorry for a man? If you ever felt sorry for a partner that you know later on you should not have felt sorry for them because your life descended from that point. This is this man. Felt sorry for this cherry, saw her looking sad, tried to make her feel good. He was also low self-esteem, so the two of them feeding off each other. You've met up with those relationships where two people are feeding off each other because they both got low self-esteem. This is what this is about. But it's very bad because he's not that into her like in a relationship sense, but she is into him. She, as far as she's concerned, she's married to the soul. She's connected to the soul. She told him a whole story about how she's a lawyer, blah, blah, blah. Truth of the matter is, she looked like she won some mental problems, and she was disbarred she even got convicted for stalking. So this all becomes her next target. She stalks us all finished. Stalks him like, you know, if you ever thought you're being stalked, you think someone's trying to phone you, someone phones and says hello, breathes on the phone, someone's breathing on the phone, someone's in your inbox, someone's talking. No, this is like next level stalking. She knows everything. She ends up stalking his ex-girlfriend. She ends up befriending his ex-girlfriend's mother, who he lives with. He lives with his ex-girlfriend's mother. Like, the whole story is messed up. She ends up stalking his parents, like his father at work, like next level stalking. But anyway, the reason it's always struggling with her is because this man himself is struggling with who he is and has a very low self-esteem. Because and this is where the story was very triggering for me. This man is a struggling comedian, and I know that feeling. I know the feeling of performing in front of people who are not there to see you. They came there to watch soccer. I once went to do a show. Look, okay, I wasn't supposed to do the show. I went and asked if I can do the show. I went to do the show in like a pub, and while I was performing, the people in the show said, "Can we please put the karaoke back on?" That day will kill you. Like, you're in the middle of a performance and people are like, "Sorry man, people want to put the karaoke back on. You have to humbly stop what you're doing." Anyway, so this was triggering for me in that level. While they were struggling, he went to Edinburgh, which is the biggest festival, one of the biggest festivals in the world. If you're a comedian like myself, that's where you want to be at some point. A lot of South African comedians have gone, but there's horror stories there. Some people go there, they do well, they got a bit of a name, they fly. A lot of comedians book you because you book for the whole period you're there. Some shows 2 people come, some shows 10 people come, some shows 20, some shows none. Collect with a bucket if you don't have a ticket. It's like a fringe sort of thing, so you're not in the main festival, which is a problem because if you got no money and you put all your money into going to Edinburgh and you don't make money, you're in trouble. But while he's there, he meets a writer, a very famous English writer who writes TV shows. This all takes him back, but this all has other intentions, if you get what I'm saying. He ends up dollaring this all, and not a consensual dollar. But that really like screws this all's head up. This all's mind is completely messed up from what took place. And what happens from that point is, it sets the perfect setting for this stalking cherry to enter his life. So when she enters his life, his self-esteem is so low over what happened that it's a perfect storm. And the crazy thing about this whole story is, because this thing is all true, you can actually follow this man's life right now and see how this Netflix special that he wrote, that he directed, or that he's acting in, is literally transforming his life. And also, because the show kind of implicates certain figures that were abusive to him or whatever, people are now trying to find those people in real life, because this is a true story. The climax of the whole situation for this man is he has an epic meltdown on stage where he starts telling the story of what happened to him and how his life is so messed up. And when he does that full expression of all the stuff he's gone through, he doesn't know someone in the crowd is recording it. That thing goes on YouTube, viral, super viral. Everyone knows about it. And that man turns that into a stage show, and that stage show into a Netflix show. I found this show very, very gripping, very triggering. And I'd be surprised if this man doesn't get an Oscar nomination, or what is it, an Emmy nomination for his performance. And the lady that's playing the stalker, 10 out of 10 performance. So if you haven't seen Baby Reindeer, you kind of heard it from me in a weird accent. Watch it. Tell me what you thought. Away.